Hello, musicians. Welcome to another episode of Explore Great Music with Ted. Today we'll resume our study of the opening scene of Maurice Ravel's ballet, Daphnis and Chloe. Let's explore the score. If we look at melody throughout the entire opening scene, we see that Ravel has employed a palette of different scales, such as pentatonic and octatonic, and Greek modes. Nowhere do we see traditional major or harmonic minor scales with their characteristic leading tones. For instance, the nymph theme in the flute is pentatonic on B. In measure 16, the trumpets foreshadow the chorus 2 measures later with a suggestion of a whole tone scale. The religious dance makes extensive use of Greek modes, such as the Aeolian on C sharp at the beginning. Ravel also gets mileage out of octatonic scales, such as at measure 52, to build tension, or measure 84 to create mystery. Greek modes furnish a lot of the harmony, such as at the beginning of section 2, where, centered on C sharp, we have minor 5, major 4, and major 7. The following motif V is harmonized with minor 4, minor 1, major 7, minor 1, and then minor 5, minor 4, major 7, then minor 4, and minor 5. Note that Ravel adds a sixth to each of these chords. This passage also illustrates another characteristic of Ravel's harmony, namely parallel triads with their attendant parallel fifths. Ravel does give some hints of 5-1 in the basses at measure 65, but the processional that makes up subsection B of section 3 uses augmented, not perfect fourths. Only once does it resolve to 5-1 of D at measure 102. In many cases, unresolved chords are employed simply for the sonority, such as the famous stacked fifths at the beginning and their inversion as stacked fourths in the chorus. Hidden within subsection B of section 1 are 2 dominant sevenths on D sharp, but absent a resolution to the tonic, they simply serve to provide rich color. Interestingly, the chorus arrives at full-throated triads at the crests of each section, first on G major, then G minor, and G sharp minor, and finally topped off with E major near the end. In none of these, however, is the triad underpinned by a tonic in the bass. Now, speaking of the bass, did you notice the bass line in section 1? Look how it descends an octave from A by whole steps. Notice also that there's another whole tone pattern in the procession of section 3. E, F sharp, G sharp, B flat equals A sharp, but not C natural, and then to D. Scholar R.B. Orenstein has shown that Ravel drew on his academic training to sketch out his compositions using a skeletal figured bass. We can see this at work in the religious dance. In section 2, we have subsection A, where it is A, F sharp, B, G sharp, C sharp, E, and A. And in subsection A prime, we have A, D, E sharp, C sharp, A, F sharp, D, A. I'm sure you could invent some quite traditional melodies over those bass lines. To sum up, we can see vestiges of traditional harmony with figured bass, occasional 5/1s, and triads at key moments. But these are all combined in ways that defeat the ear's attempt to fit it all within traditional harmony. The excerpts were performed by the Royal College of Music Symphony Orchestra and Chorus under the direction of Bernard Haitink. See the link in the description to see that performance. That concludes this video, but be sure to continue to the third and final episode of this series, where Ravel gives us a masterclass in orchestration. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Bye for now.